things that allowing access to young footballers of all abilities today, which is 4 starters, just one first quarter victory for the season. Let's see how they fit to Cox, and they are outward bound, but not for long. In the absence of Hogan, Cadman was the late in. Not out there at the moment is Rory goals to reach 300 in his outstanding career. 3 goals, 2 last. Yes, just missed the one. It was suspension actually, Jared. Yeah. Like a fifth now in the mind of the coach, a defender again, given they've got so many.
A little bit more room for Toby to put the ball out in front.
There's Jager, got too close to the man on the mark.
It's trying to deliver on.
O'Halloran, he had Brown as the prime target, and he got the numbers when it comes to height and weight like Dermot Brown. That's a wayward. To Ward, they're on their way forward again. Canelio, Riccardi, 15 to 20 metres. 2 goals, 1 last week. 8 marks and 9 to still. The absence of turn. It's better control from the Dockers. Johnson receives. Sturt stays down at the front. Now he's in. Now Whitfield. Then they go extremely wide. Lloyd challenged. Pearce backed his strength to get through. Only partially successful.
The Fremantle tackles going the other way.
For a second, doubt at all about 2 goals. On the job and bounding away quickly. Targets Henry. Kowski. Lead came late from Tracy and Amos, who we haven't seen really. He gets himself usually into good positions to convert inside the forward to fly because Tracy was the target. Driscoll found a way to get it on the 7 disposals last week. Kicked a goal though. That's exactly what Fremantle knew. Kowski again.
Oh, that's heat.
Yeah. Bedford out. Johnson. So Jackson and Johnson. Little channel on the outside, which he takes. Not sure who's going to be able to mark that. Gave it back to the ruckman. Able to his attributes to get away. But from Blight once suggested, I don't think he was serious, but to bring a timeout into one last thrust. They've done well, the Dockers, if they don't concede here. But he can convert. Which he turned for the Giants. And quite off. Cadman gave it off to Lloyd. Back to Briggs. He likes to get forward, the big ruckman. Though Brayshaw channeled it through. Kick to the goal square. Banfield didn't mark. Back to the wing. Jackson firing at Brayshaw and Sarong. The 2-3 he was taken. Got a 2-year extension during the war. I guess
that's blocking the view.
Defence using Himmelberg and Whitfield. And the obvious target is Riccardi.
Wide in the centre. He's even in the highlights that you showed before the game, Derby.
To the outside. Goals here.
Goal number 200.
He's the one who...
Which is what they need. Henry to O'Meara. Nice little chisel to Amos. Little to speak of. The distance not a concern, unfortunately, though. 22 points is the margin. Perryman places the kick for Callaghan and Walters. Eyes up into the 50. Even numbers at least. Give them a chance to lift.
The free kick.
5 puts the finishing touch.
Well, somebody had to...
Any further. Bedford buzzing around half forward. There should be some loose players. There is. Well, you won't get a much better opportunity than this from through. Convincing. Kowski. The lead came from Amos. Quickly blocked,
Good
but
block.
that meant there was Sam Sturt. That looks better off the boot. He can express the 17. Out of the middle again, the Giants. Callaghan's left towards Cadman. Young couldn't. It was Iden again. O'Halloran a fumble, and then the ball came out. Could have gone to the outside. Now he has to. Denied by Himmelberg. Here comes Sarong. Haynes predicting what was next.
Jared, because I've been actually really disappointed with Brayshaw's in...
Kelly, close enough. Yes, he is. Love goals that he does.
Blokes.
Turns
Do
out
it
right
time after time after time.
Bounce, you can hear the boing off the chest of Cox, and Toby's going to kick his number 3. So Clark had a look over his shoulder, knew he wasn't going to be able to take the mark, and Ryan Walker, he took the split second that was there to try and measure, kept on coming, so did Walker. Why not? Pushed off Callaghan into the 50, but scouting across the 50 calls for it. He has greater ambition to the goal square, but all that does with legally. And here's Walker keeping it short for Young.
He's back.
Judged. He adapted well. Schultz to half forward, playing in front that time. So lead made by Walters, ignored. He went towards the Banfield and getting a little closer to goal. Toby has 3, but he's got team.
Yeah.
2 early goals for Riccardi, and he can't get a
Opportunity, though. They're going to come.
Haynes was ready and waiting. Lloyd the first to spot the drop of the ball, far away.
He likes it.
He's got 4, and when he's balanced, you saw the result. It could be very detrimental. A little saunters out to the right. That's where the ball. Lloyd again to Ward. 1 step. Decision was quick. Kick was too.
So much more cleanly than the opposition.
Callaghan, he had targets. Sturt. Trying to get it to Tracy for the years. Canelio, a one-on-one deep, which he targets. The Tsunamis, force as soon as this year keep their shape out of defence. It's all go again. Whitfield through. Now he's clear. Used all his experience to get there, and Amos is a dead eye. This is a really. It's fallen short again for the second time. Has the full strides of Callaghan. They get to half full, but looking dangerous.
Actively around the ground and killing them.
Oh, Brown deserves this goal. Got it back.
One just comes off a handball release. I mean, they have
A little bit of open country to lead into. He wants to give to Sarong.
the advantage. Sarong was there, and
Out anyway.
1 minute, the sign would be up on the bench. Take it to the boundary. Or
The blow will come late from Riccardi.
Gonna
The
play
siren. He's got in the best.
lived. Had the most head-outs to clearance. He's in.
And behind. Green for Ward. Leading up to the footy. O'Halloran. Another that is really blossoming this year. Doesn't take the shot. You can see why. There was
ready to reload again.
Stephen Canelio is an old hand. And 190. Buckley nudges the kick up high. And again, first look at it. Let's see if he can get it online here. The distance. And again, he draws the second goal. Such a huge find for
It's a massive find.
the Giants, who have never really, other than Mumford, a great kick. Understatement through the middle, Jackson to harass. 8 goals, 1 for the season. Didn't have them last year, but he's learned how to. Oh, Callaghan to Perryman. The last kick out of the 50. Here comes Rick for the Giants. It's taken a while to get back, but he's got there on the run where he does his best work to the front. And the numbers. Oh, Whitfield ran. His 4th shot for the day. He's a multiple goal. Some late opportunities presenting for the Dockers. Henry, though, gave Walters no chance. Cox could have, but didn't. At least he directed the spoil, I suppose, but it's not.
Dragged his hip while he kicked. It affected the kick.
Judged them just a little bit too. Already kicked a lovely goal on the run. And of